I'm back. I'm back. I still feel wretched and sick, though.
It would appear this place is yet inhabited by King Theodoric's kin, or what is left of them. The work of terrible magics, I fear.
Magics.
Terrible, aye. But their misfortune is our fortune?
Quite. By the 12, there is even more than I imagined.
That guy's ugly.
Oh, I can't wait to see the look on Lisa's face. Thanks for believing in me, you two.
How the hell you get it all out of there? Yeah, I think it's to help the recovery effort for, Alamigo. Arnvald and I tried to do our fair share, but I fear you ended up bearing the bulk of the burden. As usual. You truly led the way of your adventuring prowess, my friend. Without your help, I reckon we'd be fumbling about in the dark. I'm glad I could hold you. I must say, I'm still reeling at the sight of that mountain of riches. What? Are you reeled at the sight of that floating spectre, you mean? Wish you could have seen the look on your own face, Alphino. Must we dwell on such momentary lapses? We found the Mad King's trove, and that is all that matters. Except, just an aside, we must tell the people the good news. I think Lise should be the first. Seconded. She is bound to be delighted. I'm no longer needed. I shall take my leave. Of course, don't let us keep you. Thanks again, and say hello to for me. There's to be a meeting of representatives from across Alamigo, so Lise is sure to be in the city. Shall we seek her out? Seek her out. Traversing the city is a ball ache. I need to be able to fly over it. Yeah, if you go to Main Street, it's not so bad. The mini-map just does not help, though. Your highness. Ah. Oh? You three look pleased with yourselves. What have you been up to? Got you asked Lise first, and I'm pretty sure you'd like the answer. Treasured. You're joking. The Mad King's trove? I thought it was a myth. So did plenty of people. They don't have Rugo and Alphino in their party. Credit for finding it should really go to them. And as for what to do with it, I vote it all goes towards the suffering of Alamigan's poor, anti that cause actually, alleviating, gods, if there's as much as you say. Arnvald did not exaggerate, I assure you. We cannot hope to carry even a fraction of it on our own. I've taken the liberty of sketching out a rough map of the ruins. If you will assemble a squad of your most trusted freedom fighters, I'm sure they would be able to follow the route to where the treasure lies. Understood. I'll make sure every coin is accounted for. And that goes for the spending of it as well. Thank you. Oh, there's one other thing. Time comes to drop a plan for distributing this book. I would ask that you consult Alphino. I don't have a head for details. I'm not educated. I see that simply handing out sacks of gil won't solve everything, but I couldn't rightly tell you what to do instead. Oh, I know the feeling. I'd welcome any advice you could give us, Alphino. Of course. It shall be at my disposal, at your disposal. It shall be disposed.
Commander, we've got a problem.
Deep breaths, tell me what's happened.
The mob scouted outside headquarters and started making demands. You best come and see for yourself.
They've demanded the treasure. They want the treasure.
Step back, all of you!
Like hells we will! We know who you've got in there!
We're not leaving till you hand her over!
Whoa.
Bring her out! Bring her out!
It's Fordola?
What's going on? Someone let slip about Fedorla.
Do they like her? Why?
It's true then! The bitch really is in there! I knew it! I bloody knew it!
Oh, they want to kill her.
We demand vengeance! Bring her out! Today we butcher the butcher!
Yeah, they're valid.
Come on, you don't mean that! We'd be no better than the Imperials if you'd all just calm down!
Calm down! That monster and her thrice damned skulls dragged my man from our home and beat him to death in the street!
Aye, and my dad! That bitch has spilt enough blood to fill a lock!
We all know her crimes. She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her!
So that's what all the fuss is about. Hearken to me, brothers and sisters of Alamigo.
Hey, who's this?
That's the Bull of Alamigo.
Were they calling him the Bull before
My
Stormblood? I
friends,
feel like that came out of
you are
nowhere.
not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair, for it is mine as well. That gnawing pain in your breast, it is enough to bring an old bull to his knees. But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted, the ones who may yet live. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers. I share your thirst for justice, for vengeance, but we will gain only fleeting satisfaction if we give in to our base appetites. We will never know the truth. Now is the time that we, the people of Alamigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves and for generations yet unborn.
The kind that kills
When
people.
they look to our example, will they see a people who held fast to their principles, or one who cast them aside when tried? I say to you, it is our responsibility to give these prisoners a fair trial, that they might answer to all of Alamigo.
Yay. Yay.
I know you're right, I do, but I can't.
The crowd disperses. Oh god, here it comes. Oh no. You know, that's what I get for complaining that a sneeze is about to happen, is it disappears and then it's 10 times worse. I want my sneeze. I'm owed a sneeze now. Ah. How many Triforce pieces do you need left? 1 second. Tracker. I need 6 more shards. I have 2 out of 8. 2 out of 8 shards, so yeah. 6 more. There's a couple unlocked via hints, but I don't have any more hints now. My thanks for bowed and listening to their anger. I could feel myself being swept away. A difficult tide to stem. It's the same rage which brought us to our feet and carried us to victory. Now that the war is over, all the unspent fury is being channeled into vengeance. Aye, it's not just there. Reports of mobs forming all over. And targeting folks known to have cooperated with the Guardians. Starts with those insults most often, and someone picks up a stone. An industrious soul even thought to seek out the graves of Xenos and his officers. It was grim. He pissed all over his grave. It was insane. It's covered in piss. I want to build a country where everyone, regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace. Maybe the time isn't right. Maybe people just aren't ready. Maybe they aren't ready for peace. Maybe it's time for more violence. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. The representatives will be here soon, and I'll be damned if I give up before I've even begun. Who are these representatives exactly? Oh, the village elders, refugee elders, and the like. It won't be right for us to dictate the nation's future on our own. We've planned a summit of sorts. We've invited the Ananta and the Kikern to participate. Alamigo stands at a crossroads, and this meeting will decide which path it takes. The matter of Fordolo's sentence cannot be suffered to disrupt proceedings. Then let's execute her and be done with it. She herself has to be put to death. No, go. I already explained why we shouldn't kill her. Sending her to the gallows might satisfy people now, but where would it end? You round up everyone who collaborated, and everyone who didn't resist, there would be no one left. There'd be no better than Hidoric and Xenos. I don't think it's hypocritical to say that she deserves death, but also they shouldn't kill her because state-sponsored capital punishment is bad. Like, I'm not saying she doesn't deserve it, but, you know, still don't. Begging your pardon, but might I be allowed to speak with Fordola? Only, I caught a glimpse of her past, a moment of it anyway, during the fight. Oh yeah, I forgot this guy's the Echo. She's done terrible things, unforgivable things, but in some ways she's a victim of the circumstances in which she was born, and that's something I can understand. Alright, speak with the prison guard when you're ready, and I'll come and join you. I want to talk to her too. I'll return to my other duties then. We've barely begun to investigate the facility where they gave Fordola her powers. Sorry, be fairly warned, friends. She will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgment when she does. You've the commander's permission to enter them. Yes? Wouldn't lie.
So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you?
Is she still powered up?
Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started? It's about bloody time.
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom? Well, I meant it. And not to mock you either.
You're wasting your time. All of this is pointless. There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it. I killed your men. I killed my men. And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance!
That's a lie, and you know it. You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind?
Now, you're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless, relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want. You didn't come this far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fadola. I see you for what you are.
Phony. I'm sorry about the snorting noises, I cannot help it. If I want to breathe, it has to happen.
Come along, Fadola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
All right! Father, what's Lord Gaius like? Is he nice?
There you go again with all your questions. Lord Gaius is a great and honourable man who looks after all of Alamigo. He's very busy, and if we don't hurry, we'll miss our chance to see him.
Fadola was a baby once.
Filthy tin-head lovers.
Whoa.
Father, what did that man call us?
Whoa.
The little tin-head lover doesn't know what she is, eh? A traitor, sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who'd gladly betray her kith and kin to gnaw on what few scraps the Imperials deign to toss her. Like your bastard father and whore mother.
That's not true! My parents are good people! They've never done anything like that!
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
The Alamigan malcontent. Why'd she run away from her parents?
Fadola!
Traitors!
Please, you have to do something. My husband and daughter are in danger.
Soldiers of the Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of army.
We're citizens. We have rights.
I guess they're learning the hard way.
I'm scared.
It's all right. It's all right. They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive.
Traitors! Traitors!
Yep, there it goes. That's the brainstem. Mob justice is bad, actually. Pain.
Savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
The parable of the jaguar in the face that would not be mauled by the jaguar.
Fidola, please! You already have citizenship. Why would you want to become a soldier?
Revenge, mother. Revenge.
Oh, gods! What have you done to your face?
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honoring Father's memory.
By telling the world that you know better than a common savage.
Am I though, Mother? Are any of us?
Who's the real savage?
Can't you see? Citizenship means nothing to them. If you're not a pure-blood Garlean, you're no different from any other savage. So I'll play the part. I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn. It's time.
Amstrid, Rudolph, Imlin.
It'll be hard. Humiliating.
Are those people that she killed in the future?
Send us crawling back to our own kind.
She shot on her own people.
No matter what. We'll bleed for them, die for them if we have to. We'll do whatever it takes to be free!
You got a secret handshake. Mother is beside herself. Anime, did you have your procedure? Was that last Thursday, was it? Or is it an upcoming Thursday? I just remember Thursday.
So, you mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people?
Yeah. They post a photo of, like, putting all their shoes together to make the shape of a star.
Shut up.
You had every chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes.
I guess I need one more person for that.
To leave you alone long enough to slip it over your neck.
I said shut up!
Oh, but then it would have all been for nothing, wouldn't it? Whatever it takes. That's what you said.
Been in my head, have you? Had a little peek at my past?
Yep.
And what? A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they? Don't you dare patronize me! You don't know a god's damned thing about the life I've led! The bastards that killed him. The bastards that let it happen. My father deserved better! I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay! All that pain.
Oh, are they doing that? Like,
It's too much.
you've suffered more than me. Oh no, I'm
Too
humbled
much
now.
for anyone. The things they've done to you. The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting.
Yeah, rest up.
Yet there you stand.
Feel better.
Unbroken.
Cough.
Damn you. Damn you all.
Did they? Oh yeah, no, they established that her power is like a
You still have
an
time,
echo type of thing,
Fordona.
so she can take a peek.
Think about how you want to spend it.
I don't know.
Let's go.
I get that they have to like wrap up her subplot, but her like realizing at the last second that other people have suffered too is like kind of like, okay. You never really considered that once before? The thought other people have it bad never once crossed your mind. I don't know that we solved anything exactly, but given Fordula something to think about at least. And I found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, Ryugo, but the visions only come to me every now and then. From the way Fedora kept wincing though, I get the feeling she's having them almost all the time. A lot of bad memories to deal with. Oh, she's an empath now. I wonder, could there be some fundamental difference between one who's born with the Echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? Is she stupid? Though the immortal flames have been scouring the research facility ever since the liberation, there's a chance they might have some answers for us. Let's go check it out. General Aldine's been overseeing the investigation. Let's go and pay him a visit, shall we? Yeah. I mean, I get that there's a difference between, the knowing that what you're doing is causing suffering and the curse of having to basically be forced to experience it yourself constantly. Hilda. That really got me for some reason. General Aldine is inside. Join him. The Resonatorium. Oh, this is a cool room. This is where the evil stuff happened. Where are you taking that thing? Instant character development in under 5 minutes. Get the Echo now, only $5.99. Yeah, they're gonna let her stew in there for a little bit. She's in the oven right now cooking. she's rising. What news? You spoke with Fordola, I take it? Yes, as expected, she didn't say much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Ironvald noticed something odd about her. He thinks she might be having visions almost constantly, which is not how the Echo normally works. Do you find anything which might explain why it's so different for her? We've been hard-pressed just to organize the research materials, let alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome the Scion's expert assistance if you will lend a hand. Your mission? File these documents. I mean, I feel like the end result of being totally at the whims of the emotions of other people and their desires is to, like, inevitably become like a vessel of some kind, like losing yourself. And given what vessels and mass wills imply in this series, it's like probably vessel for a primal. The device in which Cryo was held seems even more ominous now that you know its purpose. It's writing pods are marked Supply Subject, while this one bears the label Master Subject. The Ironworks received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and I've been recording everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? All the pods are designed to drain the aether of the occupant. Save that one right there. Like the others, the interior's been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. What purpose, I couldn't tell you. Oh no, I have become the Primal. I am now a monster, which I was not before. Ah, behind those dirty boxes. Idle conversation prohibited, eating and drinking prohibited. Fallen scrap of parchment appears to list facility regulations, but nothing of any interest. So many bodies, every one of them a victim of these experiments. Oh, those are bodies with cloths on them. I thought there were like a lot of shields on the ground. Okay. You show any sign of external injury. From what you've been able to determine, they perished from forcible aether extraction. Such a miserable way to die. Yeah, she's got like 80 other people like in her eye now. Probably feel new things. New emotions no one's ever felt before. I know little less of science, so any light you can shed on this facility's operations will be much appreciated. Here we go, shall we start with you?
Hey, you can't eat or drink food here. No eating or drinking food in the facility. It's very important.
Taken in combination with the testimonies of Kryl and Thancred, I do begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here. Some sort of soul-sucking device that takes your aether forcibly and extracts it into someone else. Supply subjects, master subject, cryo, patterns, aetheric activity, model, artificially engineer, the aura. In other words, they were trying to recreate Kryl's echo. I believe so, which would explain our prisoner's present state. Kryl is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable that the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. The soldiers who guard Fordola, many of them lost friends and family to the skulls. There's a sentry at her door, night and day, and she can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past. But you don't just see their past, you live it. All the emotions, all the pain. Imagine what it'd do to you. You'd never be the same again. Indeed, as you recall, this isle was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Hraesvelgur's past. Cordola has been forced to experience the agony of those whose lives she's destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. It explains her request to be executed.
Kill me.
It's like a kind of justice. Regardless, she can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. If the results of these experiments have been relayed back to Garlemald, there'll be naught to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. We could give the Echo to anyone, to an entire legion. Then they'll feel really bad about the people they're killing. We must be ready. We must learn all of these godforsaken procedures. If Fedorla remains our best source of information, she'll not be getting her wish. Not yet. Keep faith, lass. If you're too convinced, if you've convinced the others to follow, you must believe that what you're telling them. People will respond with passion, not if it's feigned. I understand. Thank you, General. We should leave the flames to it. Let's go. Bye-bye. I mean, if that is the case, though, it doesn't make sense why she would only start to feel bad after glimpsing my past. Not like everyone else that was bothering her and making her want to die. I go looking for answers about the Echo, ended up getting schooled, the Raban. Yet more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people listen to him and not me. Also, he's like 8 feet tall. General Aldine is a veteran of countless campaigns, Lise. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. No, but I would also know that I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much we rely on his authority, and how much I still have to learn. What we'll do when everything here is settled. I mean, it's his homeland after all. Going to the trouble of winning it back, might he not want to stay? To the quandary which countless refugees now face. To continue the life they built in Ul'dah, or start again in the land of their birth.
Here you go. A moment. I'm newly returned from Ul'dah with a message from the Sultana. Your Grace desires an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience. Well, I must be away and attend other things. Bye.
An audience of the Sultana. Depending on the nature of her consultation, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about the General's future plans. We'd all like to know about those, Alphino. But not everyone's as comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of him, Urugo.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can, like, have an echo experience of someone experiencing the echo. Like, secondhand, like, oh, I remember this, let me think about it, and you echo, and you can get it in your mind, too. Well, the question of how to put the Mad King's treasures to good use shows no sign of answering itself. Shall we be about it, Arnvold? I am at your beck and call. Then I should be getting back to my own tasks. I'll organize a squad to head down into the ruins, and then start preparing for the big meeting. Oh, send Nanamo my regards, Hugo. And ours too, of course. If you please, we shall see you on your return.
Bye. Bye.
My back. Just a little crack. Just a wee bit. expected, my lord. Please proceed. Please be a voiced cutscene.
I thank you for
Thank you.
answering my summons in these most interesting times. You have been busy. The liberation of Alamigo will have far-reaching consequences, and there is a matter upon which I would seek your counsel. I speak of Rauban and his future.
Oh, what a coincidence. We were just talking about that.
All know the tale of his
I'm going
rise
to
from
kill him.
penniless refugee to member of the Syndicate.
He's a
and
traitor.
General of the Immortal Flames. Yet though he has come to call Uldar home, it will never be his homeland. He is a son of Alamigo. And now that she is free, I thought it only a matter of time before he sought my leave to return to her. Indeed, I had resigned myself to his loss. Suffice it to say, I was greatly surprised to hear him speak so lightly of handing over the reins in Alamigo and retaking his place at my side.
Aww.
I will welcome him with open arms, of course. He is my most trusted advisor
Aww.
and my dearest friend. But I have known the man a long time, and beneath that steely gaze, I spied a flicker of doubt. Whether Rauban chooses to remain in Uldar or return to Alamigo, I only wish that he do so with a heart unburdened by guilt or regret. Yet, how can he freely make such a choice, knowing how much I depend on him? It is past time that I learned to discharge my duties as a sultana alone. I must go forth and see my realm with my own eyes, and hear the wind with my own ears.
I want to travel.
Might I have your company for a brief adventure? Wonderful. Allow me a moment to change into something a touch less conspicuous, and I will join you outside.
She wears the Fall Guys hoodie. Like the quicksand. You know, I know that crystal is like important to have for people to travel around, but did they really have to put it like right in front of the staircase? Seems like a pretty bad place for that. Kova Mosfin attains level 5. Oh, this is how you get Reaper. Keep that in mind. Reaper sounds interesting at face value. Chance you remember, Lilira the Merchant's daughter. This is my persona I assume when I venture beyond the palace walls to observe my subjects unnoticed. About the Aetherite, yeah, it's like, most of them were placed like on the side of the road or something. This one, it was like in the middle of like a staircase. Ordinarily, Papa Shan would accompany, but for this particular outing I need an advisor, not a minder. And that is why I requested your company. Over the course of your many adventures, you've met people from all walks of life. In every corner of Eorzea, you might make use of your worldly experience.
Now let us be on our way. I sound like this now.
First destination is Stone's Throw, just beyond the gates of Null. Yeah, there's gotta be like some good clearance around any Aetherite. Like, it's inconvenience in terms of teleporting, and it's inconvenient in terms of using the stairs.
mindless procession of tattered tents. These refugees camp in squalor, at the mercy of the elements and Thanalan's predators both. The city's mighty walls offer safety, but the streets overflow with people, if it is. And unless blessed by the hand of Maul himself, no refugee could ever hope to afford a dwelling in Ul'dah. 20 years have passed since the fall of Alamigo, and 5 since the calamity. The plight of the poor has grown more desperate, not less. Sultana, the blame falls upon me. Your hands have been tied, your growth. Yes, my authority is limited, and that is an obstacle I must work to overcome. Shall we press on? I would follow the road up to the unholy air. What? We get like yokai points if I do this. I don't have anything on my hotbar that like I can use at this level. Oh, I got this. Floor. I don't have any ice things on my hotbar though, so I'm not gonna like be able to. Yeah. I haven't fought at this low of a level in a long time. That one thinks he's safe over there. No yokai points. That event's not over, is it? I thought yokai was still going on. It was here, in this unholy, remarkable place, that my mother and father met their doom. I was but a child at the time. My parents were returning from an inspection of our guests in eastern Thanalan, and an untimely rockside crushed their skulls. Today, it was not certain if the incident was simple misfortune or an expertly planned assassination. Bond once offered to reopen the investigation and bring me the truth. He assumed I must surely crave, but I refused. Even if my parents' death were orchestrated by the monitors, we could have only brought their hirelings to justice. The true villains, those who plotted to put me on the throne as a biddable puppet, were ever beyond our reach. Thus did I plan to strip the merchants of the power and place our nation in the hands of the citizens, quite unaware of the consequences my actions would have for you and yours. I shudder to think how many goodly fools paid the price for my naivety. But I am no longer a child reciting words with witless obedience.
and I will not be used as a pawn in the monarch's damnable games. Forgive me my outbursts, but you were one of the few people to whom I can speak my mind. Let us return to Ul'dah and visit the Colosseum. It's unfortunate the lesson she learned was, it's a mistake to try and change the government. They actually won, and we will remain this type of government. Again, just part of the hand-waving at the end of A Realm Reborn. Like, I don't think that came from a place of naivety. I mean, maybe you should have been more precautious around your suspicious secretary, but that's about it. Where was I going? Colosseum. From the moment I became Sultana, I found myself thrust into an endless parade of document signing and ceremonies. For years I've simply signed where I was told to sign and sat where I was told to sit, blissfully oblivious to what any of it meant. Yet one good thing did come from that ignominious chapter in my life. It was during an official visit to the Colosseum I first met Raban. The match I had been invited to attend was not what I expected. They had pitted the Bull of Alamigo against some dozen or so rival gladiators. Blinkered though I was, I would not stand for so obvious an injustice, and demanded to see a fair fight, one man against another, and my royal wish was duly granted. It was not until later that I learned of the rambling ring, which had been arranged for Raban to die on the sands that day. Regardless, my intervention meant that Raban had a single opponent to dispatch, which he duly did, and when he knelt before me to receive the winner's purse, he swore that he would one day offer me his sword in service. Surrounded I was by liars and manipulators. I confess I dismissed it as a pleasant piece of theater. But as you know, Raban is a man of his words. It took him another 5 years of fighting on the blood sands. He amassed a fortune so great as to not buy only his freedom, but a seat on the syndicate. And then I had my blade.
Echo.
Got him. Excuse me, oh my god. Little song.
Your Grace, you mustn't! The danger is too great! Please, Your Grace, come back! I beg of you!
It seems you're the one who needs looking after, Master Shah. Raban!
Your Grace, I have kept the promise made.
So you have, and in turn, so too shall I keep mine. With your winnings, you have become one of the 6 most wealthy souls in all Ul'dah, and so, as tradition dictates, Rauben Aldin, you have earned yourself a seat on the Syndicate. May your new station garner you still greater glories.
God, I love them.
Your Grace, and vow to serve with every fibre of my being from this day till my last. the Sultana, and long live Uldar!
Good. Words cannot express what that man means to me. There are others who care deeply for my well-being, of course. Papa Shan's love for me is that of a grandsire for his grandchild. But upon matters of governance, I cannot turn to bodyguards and maidservants for counsel. Alban, with the authority of a syndicate position, was the first sword I could wield. It was the only edge which cut the strings that bound me. By the way, do you want some permission pudding? Synmyn pudding? These guys best guys. You must make haste. My absence will not go unnoticed by the Sultan's sworn for long, and there are other places I would visit. To the Azanath al-Suari. Al-Suari. Azanath al-Suari. Well, that's where I went for my dark arts training. Haven't been here in a while. Go check out the Lalafels in the back. The old gang. Been a while. There's the guild. Cocoa Bussy, right, there was a Cocoa Bussy. Right, yeah. When the calamity threatened, Rabaun led the Alliance forces into battle on the plains of Cartano, and I remained here. I prayed with all my heart that Archon Louisoix would have the power to rouse the 12. Since that day, I've made a custom of visiting his shrine during each of my little excursions. Here, I seek the blessing of Thal, reflect upon my choices, and ask myself if I am fulfilling my duties as Sultana. You are rightfully celebrated as a champion because you've led the line in 100 battles for the good of Eorze. In much the same way, I believe, the measure of a monarch lies in how she leads her people in times of adversity. If I am to be a Sultana worthy of the name, I cannot turn a blind eye to the troubles facing Ul'dah. I've chosen my path for you go, with Alamigo now freed from imperial chains. Finally see a way to aid the refugees.
Yeah.
Already, many dispatched Alamigans begin to seek a long trek home. To facilitate the process, I've made a small contribution, an artisan's school and Raugar's reach for any who wish to learn new trades. Realistically, however, it will take years of such training to yield tangible benefits. But we do not have years. These people will need shelter and employment if they are to survive. And this time, the Ul'dah treasury shall provide. Precisely where and how to allocate the funds is, of course, another question.
That's the syndicate, you know.
A wise suggestion, mayhaps a visit to the Gold Saucer is in order. Its proprietor is a member of the syndicate, and he is one of few who pays refugees a fair wage. I wonder, are you acquainted with Godbert Mandeville?
Yeah, I know the guy. Good guy. I like his underwear.
And I need not explain his eccentric nature. Let's make our way to the landing, and we shall see that word is sent to the Gold Saucer. Godbert should be only too glad to receive us.
The guy's got good pants.
I have ridden aboard a public airship before, but this shall be my first visit to the Gold Saucer. I must confess to some excitement.
The Gold Saucer, please. I'm gonna gamble it all away. I'm gonna win, baby. Papa needs a new pair of shoes.
My god, I hate it. Burn it all down. I had heard descriptions of its splendor, yet I never dreamed it would be so bright and inviting. No, I couldn't possibly. We did not come here to fritter away the royal coin. Godbert will be expecting us. Come, let us head directly to the lounge and ignore these gaudy temptations.
Yeah, lead not us into temptation, and deliver us from evil.
Oh, I forgot about it.
Let's see if this is where we're to meet Lord Mandeville. Shall we sit aside while we wait his coming? He's coming.
That's how we killed the Pope.
My apologies, Your Grace. I have kept you waiting. No apologies are necessary, Godbert. My request was sudden and you were kind to make yourself available at such short notice. When the intrepid Ryugo Hashigi and the Sultana herself came calling, with no more important engagement.
I see your underwear again.
For the purpose of my visit, I would have your thoughts on how the Crown might best aid the refugees residing in Thanalan. You are aware, I am sure, that many of Alamegan's displaced sons and daughters long to return to the newly liberated homeland. And you are also aware of how they suffer without shelter and work to sustain them. I would use our nation's wealth to spare them that suffering. What advice have you for me on the matter of how it might be best distributed? You should give it all to me.
I tried playing Mahjong in this game once, and it just kept going. It never ended. I was very confused on like what the game-winning condition was. It seemed like there's like dozens of rounds. Maybe that's more traditional. I don't know, but like I had to like drop. I couldn't finish it. I don't know how long it goes. But yes, I would love to do that. The unusual circumstances for our meeting and Your Grace's choice of companion suggests to me a desire to be honest and unhonored wish to give you one of my opinions. My advice to you is stop. Taxing Ulda's wealth to save Alamegan refugees is a terrible, terrible idea. You oppose my proposition? Most emphatically. I agree with your Grace that the refugees have housing and employment. What profit is there for Ulda in this arrangement? Oh, they made him a bad guy here. Profit? After all you have done for Girabani is displaced, I thought you were the very last person to benefit from their misfortune. Forgive me, Your Grace, but you appear to be laboring under a misapprehension. It is a fine endeavor to support one's fellow man. I fear, however, that your stance is one of pity. You intend to save the refugees, is it? You want to save them? Yeah. You want to be a hero? You want to be a big hero and save them? For all our potential, we are indolent creatures by nature. If unconditional charity is all we know, then we begin to rely upon it, to expect it. And then we must consider Allah's own poor and downtrodden. Should they hear of you spending the nation's coin not to improve their lot, but to nurture the dozen citizens of Alamigo, it's unlikely they will applaud your... Okay, he's got a little bit of a point. But I still think it's kind of not a great angle. Surely it's not Your Grace's intention to foster a new resentments, but to spread goodwill. Okay, but she was proposing to raise the taxes on the wealthy to raise new money to give them, not displace funds that are currently going to Ulda's needy. So I think you might be the jerk here. I don't know, actually no, I don't buy the line about people becoming dependent. I don't buy it. Like, not the majority of people. I think that's I don't think that's the majority of people that need assistance will become totally dependent. People don't feel comfortable that way, they don't feel secure. Yeah, I'm gonna pretend this conversation never happened for the sake of yeah. None of this happened. Mind hole. My character is not smiling at this. Prophet, the word never even crossed my mind. But standing about lamenting the naivety will not do anyone any good. I shall consider my lesson learned and press on. Here you go. Are you perchance acquainted with any successful merchants? If my attempted philanthropy is obliged to reap a profit, it would seem wise to consult someone with a knack for business. Ordinarily, I would not trust any agent of the East Aldenar Trading Company. But if you hold this Hancock fellow in high esteem, I am content to be led by you. You may repay my faith by journeying to distant Kugani and speaking with him on my behalf. Eager though I am to visit those shores, I not have the leisure for a lengthy tea voyage. And assuming you will travel as adventurers are wont to do, I will await your report by the Aetherite Moldana. Fair journey to you would go, and a swift one if you please.
I've got to check out Hancock. I know the guy.
You know, she said she'd pay for it, but, you know, I'm spending my own money to teleport here. You know, no big deal. I don't really mind. It's okay. It's fine. I'm not mad. Yeah. Just like me. Greetings, honored sir. Easy, Ryugo, to what do I have the pleasure? Or are you here on business? Navi? I know. It's very bold of you to say that, Navi, but I don't know if the people are ready for it. Beg your pardon, Her Grace and the Sultana would have my opinion on how to invest the wealth of Ul'dah. My dear Ryugo, I have you to thank for this recognition, I'm sure, and I'm flattered that you came to me, truly flattered. But why settle for a lowly apprentice when you could become the master? On matters of profit, there is no soul better qualified to advise Her Grace than Chairman Lolorito, a man whose morning exertions are said to fill his garden robe with gold. I should be happy to arrange a meeting for you, say at the Silence from our headquarters on Thanalan. The Waking Sands would seem a suitably neutral venue for negotiations, don't you think? Very well, Ryugo. May your dealings prove fruitful. No Aetherite ticket? Hi. Yeah? Welcome back, Ryugo. Did your merchant friend have any successful advice to share? With Lolorito, and you agree to this? I hate that guy. I'm well aware of his standing in the field of business, but I had hoped to keep the monetarist at arm's length. Him in particular. Nay, I cannot live in fear of the man. I must learn how to treat him if I am to rule Ul'dah effectively. Very well, I will meet with Lolorito. Let us go on to the Waking Sands and prepare for his coming. You stay away from the rats, Navi. Stay away. teleported us here. You see, she didn't give me an Aetheryte ticket for Hingashi and back, but they did automatically teleport me to the Waking Sands, which is the one place I actually do have an Aetheryte ticket for. Hi. Hi. Hi, Navi. Yes. Navi. Yeah. But this is where the Zions first congregated. I've heard many tales but never had an occasion to visit. To work then. The hour of meeting draws near and I would gather my thoughts. Proceed to appointed rooms to ourselves.
Ow. Meow.
A personal summons from the Scions. This must be important business indeed. Though, if it concerns anything so underhand as an assassination, I fear I can be of little help.
That was very, very, forward of him. Navi. Yeah. Wait for it. Got it.
You have made your point. It is indeed unsettling to find oneself seated across from an impassive mask.
Also, did his voice sound this evil before? Oh, finally, I was just about to say he still had a stupid mask on.
There. Would this better please your grace? Or should I address you as Lady Lilira?
I don't like the, like, weird sleeping masks that people have over their eyes. Like, everyone... How are you seeing? I don't like it.
Nay, the deception has served its purpose. I'm glad to see you found amusement in my little jest, Lord Lolorito, but shall we proceed to the business at hand?
By all means. I must say, I'm most eager to hear your proposal.
Simply put, I would aid the refugees camped in Thanalan in their efforts to return to Alamigo. The reparations you paid in the wake of your earlier misdemeanors will be used to fund the endeavor, together with the fortune seized from the late Teleji Adeleji's estate.
Is it difficult for you to do the jump because of the delay?
But this plan is not intended to benefit the displaced alone. I would make of this an investment which shall enrich Uldar and Alamigo both. And who better to consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in all of Thanalan?
Yeah.
Twould seem your grace has matured beyond acts of earnest yet misplaced charity. Pray tell me more.
To a degree.
To summarize, in return for facilitating the repatriation of refugees and assisting in the establishment of new industry in Alamigo, you ask that a proportion of all subsequent profits be promised to Uldar. I am impressed, your grace. 'Tis an elegant solution, albeit one lacking certain crucial details, specifically which industry and where.
How swiftly you identified the weakness in my plan, just as I knew you would. Your travels have taken you across the length and breadth of Gir Abania, and you know the land far better than I. Which of the settlements you visited would best provide a home for our refugees? Which has the greatest potential to flourish, given the appropriate investment?
The Saltery.
Ah, yes, that desolate little village on the shore of Loch Seld. I know the Saltery and its products well. The Imperial invasion brought an end to their more widespread distribution, much to the dismay of many a wealthy gourmand, myself included. Salt has ever been a transformative ingredient, and in this instance, I dare say, it could transform a modicum of effort into a mountain of gill.
The local citizens will need to be consulted, of course, but I trust the East Aldenar Trading Company can be relied upon to provide its assistance in negotiating a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Anakin, the trade routes. We gotta talk about trade routes.
Naturally,
Obi-Wan.
Your Grace. I shall dispatch representatives well versed in the extraction of this white gold and wring every last ounce of profit from its production. The Loch's bounty will contribute to Alamigo's enrichment, whilst easing the burden on the bull's aching shoulders, just as your Grace desired.
A deal is struck then.
Oh. The sickness is catching up. I fear it will be many years before I feel comfortable taking part in such negotiations. But I shall not complain. We've piqued Lolorito's interest and secured his invaluable expertise. Thank you, Ryugo. I could not have done it without you. How would you like onigarayaki? I gotta stop now. I am the sick is catching up to me. I might like rest and then play more later tonight or something. I don't know. Definitely more tomorrow though. I think everyone's just resting on Labor Day, Memorial Day. Yeah. Thanks for watching, Jonah. Goodbye. See ya maybe later.